All right, so we're at the shop today and we're working. It's a nice, balmy 75-degree day, good day to be working outside. And we are looking at our customer's 1969 Subaru 360 van. This van came from California. It's what I would say fairly rough. And I've worked on a lot of these things, so I know that. But I've been wanting to move this thing around a little bit because we're starting to work on it more. The customer supplied 4 new Kamek 145 R10 radials. They're new, but they've been sitting around for a while. I hope they work out good. They look good, but you never know. And that's kind of the premise or the theme of this video today, is just wheels and tires. You would not think that it would be a big deal to replace or fix up or restore wheels and tires on a van like this, but I got to show you a couple things. So we're looking at the hubs here, or what would be the finned aluminum drums, which would go onto the front of the van here. And it's so, people think it's so easy. So the rim, and I'll show you that in a minute, is steel, and of course the finned aluminum drum is aluminum. And over years, and with some salt, you can see that essentially the metal steel rim has welded itself or secured itself to the aluminum hub. So it took a while to bang that apart. We've got new brakes we're putting on this thing. We got to clean up all this area in here. I'm pretty sure this is solid, it just needs to be wire brushed and painted. But I got to paint the backing plates, put the wheel cylinders on. The wheel cylinders are unique in that they're both blind hole. One pushes forward and one pushes backward, and there's a connecting tube. I've gone through that in other videos. But what I want to show is how much work is going to go into this. So we got to sandblast, take the bearings out, sandblast these drums. They're very rare. They're thicker than the sedan, so we don't want to damage them in any way. Clean them up, maybe even clear coat them so that they last for a long time. And then moving on to the wheels and tires, which we've got a new set of tires there, but to get the old tires apart, you would think it would be easy, right? They're split rims. All you gotta do is unbolt them and fall right apart. Well, not the case. What happens with these old things, I'll show you here, is moisture builds up on the inner tube here. You can see this, it looks like algae or acne or something, and that will rust to the inside of the rim. Can you see that there? So the bead of the tire, which is right inside here, or where the tube is, will rust this, and they don't want to come apart. So you've got to use your medieval torture device, which is sometimes called a Harbor Freight tire rim breaker, with a long extension. And the best thing to do is to let some penetrating oil soak along the rim edge, and then you just keep pushing on it. You got to support it with a 2x4 or something. Usually you keep the rim together so that you're pushing and all your effort is being maximized, and you just keep pushing until you break that bead. And it takes a while. I'd say it takes 20, sometimes 30 minutes per wheel, because you've got 2 rim halves. The blacks are the insides and the silvers are the outside. So not only we got to break those apart, put in new tubes, sandblast the rim halves, and then paint the outside silver, paint the insides black, and then clear coat those. That's a lot of work. And then we got to install, of course, the new radial tires, which are over there. And you have to do that for all 4 wheels. So that's going on the little Subaru van. And then also we have the crusty, rusty engine, which I did a video recently of breaking the pistons out, or hammering the pistons out. We do know the crankshaft turns over, so that's good. Now everything's got to be cleaned up. The crankshaft is sort of the heart of the engine. I'm going to take the covers off the transmission here, which is got a shared case, and I'm going to measure all the synchros, make sure they're good. If not, we got to replace them. I have to go in here, and there's a couple gears that I have to do some mods to make sure that the driven gear doesn't spin off its shaft and the overdrive gear doesn't spin off its shaft. So follow along in probably the next video or 2 as stuff gets cleaned up and prepared. So this is sort of a baseline video. Just like I said, we got to get stuff moved around. I need that van to have wheels on it so I can move it in and out of the shop to do brakes or out of the weather. And so this is the first step. And then same thing with the engine. I got to get it clean so I know what I have and know what to fix. So a little update progress report for you. Of course, things never happen as fast as I'd like, but that's the way it is. It's a pretty neat little engine. It's a 25 horsepower Subaru 360 engine, 2-stroke, 2-cylinder, air-cooled. And once it's all cleaned up and fixed up and running good, I'll probably do a test on it on a bench stand. It'll go back into the little van there, and that little van will make its way back to California for a paint job and body work. All right, thanks for checking in. Thanks for thinking that I'm cool doing all this hard work. I'm sweating. I just wanted to take a break and show you what goes into actually putting on wheels and tires. I don't think people have a clue nowadays because it's all automated with those no-touch machines. Okay, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next video.